Alright, so I have my nuggets here with me, and today we are going to be doing something very different. Today, now that you have gone through the 3 videos in this series, now that you have understood what the new opportunity is, now that you understand Business 3.0 is about having these 2 things, which is having an online sales process with an online delivery mechanism. Now that we understand that this is what's going to enable you to have an unfair advantage and future-proof your business, in this video right now, I want to be able to share with you a 5-step process of what it is that I discovered after not just utilizing this 5-step process to build, grow, and scale my business, but also helping students, graduates go through this process in more than 20 countries all over the world. And in this video, this is where I'm going to be also opening up enrollment for my program, where you can actually train with me if you want to accelerate and get faster results. And whether you decide to do it or not, these are the 5 steps, and I want to be able to share with you what these 5 steps are while I have lunch together with you guys. And today's lunch is chicken nuggets. Okay, so this is probably something that is a little bit risky right now as I'm driving, so let's wait till I actually stop the car. Okay, but I want to be able to share with you what the 5-step process is, and the 5-step process to building, growing, and scaling a business. Okay, if you want to build, grow, and scale a business that is in line with Business 3.0, let's talk about what the 5-step process is. So step number 1, if you want to begin anything, step number 1, when you train with me, okay, this is the same process. I actually called this the Game Changer Intensive. Now, this 5-step process was something I used to do a lot through live events, but ever since the world went on lockdown, I decided to take this system virtually. Now again, whether you decide to train with me or whether you want to do it yourself, these are the 5 steps, okay? So let's begin with step number 1. Step number 1, when you come to this Game Changer Intensive, number 1 is all about identifying what is your big idea. So just think about this. In today's world, whether that big idea, identifying that profitable market, whether it is in real estate, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's playing computer games, whether it's something serious like social media, right? What is that big idea within that specific market? This is where you gotta understand, where are the hungry buyers hanging out? Is there that specific target market that you can help get a specific result so that they will gladly pay you in order to achieve that result? Now, so what does this mean? It means that if you have an existing business, I'm going to be showing you how do you actually scale it and take it to a whole new level by bringing it online. That's what I did that got me started 15 years ago. When I first started 15 years ago in the World of Warcraft gaming market, I didn't realize it, but what I essentially did is I went into a hungry buyer's market by identifying that big idea. Step number 2 is something that we've already talked about in video number 1. And step number 2 is about, please write this down, okay? If you want to make the most out of this training, let me try to get my nuggets. I'm going to do a high-risk maneuver over here. Andrew, perhaps you can help me pull this out, okay? Now, step number 2 is, please write down, build a sales process. You want to be able to have build a sales process. Why? Not just a sales process. Remember what we covered in video number 1? You want to have a sales process that's able to sell for you and get you leads and visibility online. But number 2 is also to be able to have an online delivery mechanism. Okay, you want to sell stuff online, but selling that online is not enough. You got to be able to deliver that promise, that product, that solution, that done for you through an online mechanism. Because let's face it, offline is going to be extremely high risk, and it's not going to safeguard your future or your business if the delivery mechanism is offline. So that's step number 2. So this means when you come to my live event, that's right, it's going to be a live event. I'm going to be showing you step by step exactly how can you build up this sales process without being a designer, without being a coder, without being a tech person. How do you build up these pages strategically so that when somebody doesn't know who you are, all the way to the time they actually buy and invest in your product, program, and services, how do you do it so that you'll be able to accept payments from anyone, anywhere in the world, as long as they have got a Visa, MasterCard, or an American Express? Okay, so that's step number 2. So I think I deserve a little nugget over here. So maybe that's a gold nugget as well for you guys. My mom taught me not to eat while talking at the same time, but she never said that I shouldn't be eating while driving and talking at the same time. So step number 3 is about monetizing. So how do you actually monetize? Please write down product promotion, okay? If you want to monetize anything, and when it comes to product promotion, there are really 2 main options. Okay, please write down these 2 main options. Number 1, right, how do you create your own offer, sell that offer, and keep 100% of it all? The second angle, if you want to be able to do things differently, is to promote somebody else's offer, somebody else's product as an affiliate. And this is something we've gone through in this series, right? How do you promote a physical product that's sold on Amazon, a digital product on ClickBank, a software that is created by somebody else that has an online sales process with an online delivery mechanism? So this is where I'm going to be showing you how I became the top affiliate for many of the biggest launches in the internet marketing industry. You may be familiar that Russell Brunson, when he launched his launches, for example, Traffic Secrets as well as Expert Secrets, I was the number 1 affiliate for both of these launches. And ultimately, how did I do it? I did it by mastering step number 4. Okay, if you want to be able to have an unfair advantage, step number 4 is really just about traffic. Now, traffic has 2 main parts. Please write down these 2 things. Number 1 is to build a following. How do you actually build a following on social media so that people come to you rather than you going to them? Okay, so this is where I'm going to be revealing to you how I build a following on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, as well as my blueprint to building up millions of followers online, so that when people follow you, they see you as the expert, as the authority, as well as the only logical choice. That's the first piece of traffic. Second part of traffic, please write this next thing down. Number 2, please write down ads. Ultimately, how do you create and run profitable ad campaigns? How do you do it so that this is where we talk about, for example, Facebook targeting, ad creation, the copy, the choice of image, the retargeting, the numbers. How do you actually scale these ad campaigns? Now, I want you to understand something. Right up to this point, these skill sets, what are these skill sets? These skill sets are high income skill sets where people, companies, organizations, CEOs would actually pay you big money if you could actually help them do that, right? Because remember, what was video number 1? Video number 1 is all about understanding business 3.0. And if you can understand how to build a sales process or help them to generate leads and ultimately make it profitable for them, that is when these businesses will pay you good money for helping them. So understand that even if you might not have a business right now, just by understanding and being good at these skill sets, you would create a high income skill set for yourself. Does that make sense? So that's basically number 4, right? Which is mastering traffic and really understanding how to scale traffic and doing it profitably. And that brings us to number 5. Number 5, please write down automate. Automate in the 5-step process, right, is the end game. The end game is ultimately removing yourself from the business. The goal here is not about being a business operator, but a business owner. How do you transition from being an operator to an owner? By removing yourself from the business, by having these 2 things in place. Okay, so please write down systems and process. So systems and process ultimately is what would enable you to streamline your company and your business, that has allowed me to take my business to a whole new level. Systems is what will set you free, because when somebody makes a purchase from me, I don't have to look at my phone, forward that email to my team saying, hey guys, we just got this sale from customer name or with order number V51638. Why? Because there's systems and processes in place. And that's the 5-step process. Now, here's the thing. These 5-step process, you could go do it yourself, try to figure things out on your own, or I would like to invite you to spend a weekend with me, 3 days, where I show you step by step, move by move, while you do it together with me. And this is called the Virtual Game Changer Intensive. I've actually had the privilege to do this event live in more than now 20 countries all over the world, but ever since the lockdown happened, I took it virtually. And the difference and the good news is you will be able to attend this training regardless of which part of the world you're at, without paying for the flight, the accommodation, and other miscellaneous expenses, if you want to be able to do this together with me. So let me just quickly share with you what it is that you're going to get as part of this entire training package as well as this experience. Okay, so the first thing is, so you're probably thinking like, when is the dates? Now, right below this video, there's going to be an orange button that says add to cart, and I'm going to give you the details right below this video. But ultimately, there are a few things that's going to help you, support you, get that specific result. Okay, let me share with you what they are. The first one is the pre-training. So before this live event happens, I want to make sure that you really maximize your time with me. So the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to be able to do this pre-training so that when doors open and when you meet up with me virtually, because all of you might be starting at different starting points, I want to make sure that even if you are an absolute beginner, that's good, because it means that you would not have any bad habits formed yet. It means that even if you're advanced and you've been trying to figure things out for many years now, you'll all be starting at the same starting point, point A. Okay, so that's number one. That's the first thing you're gonna get. This is a pre-training. Number two is you're gonna be able to come to the 3-day live virtual event. Now we do have different events for those of you at different time zones. So we've got one catered for those of you in Asia. We've got another one catered for those of you in the US or UK time zone. So that's all going to be, the details are all on the checkout page. Then the next one, number 3, the third thing you're going to get is our videos challenge. So you remember step number 4? What is step number 4? It was about traffic, right? Building up a following and running ads. So what if I could help you get an unfair advantage through ads utilizing videos? Because you already know videos will help you decrease your ad cost, increase your visibility, as well as your reach, and ultimately your revenue. But the problem is, let's face it, videos is scary. Doing something like that right now is something that took me a really long time. And I know that this is a pretty bumpy ride, I get it. But doing this while shooting a video, while presenting an offer, while driving, while attempting to eat chicken nuggets, that's something I could have never done a decade ago. And it took practice. And what if I could help you master video as well as traffic in a way that's fun, engaging, where there are prizes to be won? So as part of this training, I'm going to put you in my videos challenge, where you'll be able to strategically create 21 videos in 21 days. So by the end of 3 weeks, your videos will be done and completed, that you can use in your marketing to get more leads, more sales, more reach, as well as more visibility. The next thing that you're gonna get is also our $1 Million Ads training. Now, after spending millions of dollars in ads, one of the things we realized is, in order to create profitable ads, there's always these different elements that a person should do, and there are things that you shouldn't be doing. And I want to be able to give you these same ads, the same frameworks, so that you can fill in the blanks, plug and play it, regardless of what market or niche or industry that you're in. Okay, I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm going to take another bite over here. At the request of my team, the ride is a little bit bumpy, so they want me to kind of stop. So here's the thing, I always believe that successful people are people who take action, not tomorrow, not next week. So I want to give you a couple of bonuses that is not available anywhere else. The first bonus is literally all of my best funnels, the personal funnels that I use to sell, whether it's physical products through my free plus shipping, whether it's through my presentation lead funnels, whether it is through the high ticket application funnels. What if you could have the same funnels that we built, not just for ourselves to sell our own products, programs and services, but also funnels that we built for our clients? What if I could actually give them to you so that all you gotta do is change out the words, change out the graphics, where the entire architecture and infrastructure is done for you? That's the first bonus. Okay, so now obviously this is something that's very personal and private of mine, but I want to be able to give this to you guys as part of this entire launch sequence. Okay, the second bonus that I want to be able to give to you is case study of how I won the Traffic Secrets contest. Now this is one of the biggest contests this year, where we did close to about $600,000 in sales. Commissions wise, we did about $300,000 on our end, about half. But I want to be able to share with you not just the strategies that we utilized, but what if I could also give you the same resources, meaning the same ad copy, the same targeting, the same follow-up emails that we utilized in order to become the top affiliate. That way, you'll be able to utilize the same strategy regardless of what affiliate product you want to promote in any market, niche or industry. Then you will have what it is that we have. So here's the question. The question is, this entire training could easily be worth $10,000. Now, $10,000 seems like it is a lot of money, and let's face it, it is a lot of money. But let me ask you this question, okay? Number one, if all this did was to help you build a sales process that is congruent with this Business 3.0 framework that helps you safeguard your business and gives you this high income skill set so that you stay relevant, would you say that's worth $10,000? And if all this did was to help you build a process that would give you more time so that you don't have to be commuting to work. It used to be a case when people said, oh, I want to work from home. It sounds like a crazy idea, but in today's world, it doesn't seem like a crazy idea after all. And if all this did was to give you that extra 1 hour per day, after a year, would that extra time be worth $10,000 to you? Right? You tell me, how much is your time worth? And finally, if all this did was to help you automate your sales process so that you don't need salespeople within your organization or programmers or developers because they're all replaced with an online sales process, do you think that would help you save at least $10,000 a year? Right? You tell me. So you can see that $10,000 would be worth it if you actually took action. Right? Now, obviously, even though I could charge that, you've been part of this launch, this sequence, and you've been through and stuck through with me. So I want to be able to do something special for you guys. Whenever I did live events, my live event tickets people would pay and invest $4,000 to train with me. But because we're taking it virtually and you're not going to go through all these different expenses, my team and my company don't have to incur these different expenses. I'm just going to let you know what your investment straight up without all the, it's not going to be 1,000. It's $497. Okay. Now this is something that I have not done since the lockdown happened. But I want to be able to remove all reasons and excuses to why you can't do this. So if you would like to be able to get everything that we talked about as part of this launch, you can do so right below this video. There's an orange button that says add to cart. On that page, on the checkout page, you'll be able to get details on when the live event is happening. It is going to be all live. So if you want to be able to get all the bonuses together with joining us for on the live event, for only $497, all you gotta do is click on this link below. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video training series. If you do decide to join us, I'm excited to have you and meet you in person, well, virtually, on those dates. But if not, I hope that this video series has given you value, inspiration to take action and to do things differently. I believe that my work here is done, but now yours has just begun. It's time to take action, and hopefully, I hope our paths will cross again soon.